Take it every time. Well, guys, thank you for coming out here and covering us. I appreciate it. Really proud of our team. Went out and played complimentary football today, all three phases, and I think something that I didn't make a deal about because I didn't want our players thinking about it, but that's 8 straight weeks. 8 straight weeks. The last 2 teams or 3 teams we played had byes, and our kids just kept working, and you could see that it was taking a collective toll on them, but they just kept going. We tried to cut a little here, cut a little there, but the reality is they had to get to work. We're not at the point where you can miss stuff and still be good enough to win, so I'm really proud of the way they worked through 8 straight weeks, and to be able to win here now on the road on our 8th straight week is big, real big.
Greg, what's the significance of bowl eligibility for the program at this point?
Well, it's a step, Steve, right? Like as we did last time, you get to be bowl eligible, and that's one step on the journey. And it's been well chronicled. We didn't finish the journey last time, so that's the goal, right? It's going to take time. I told you when we got here it was going to take time. There's no quick fixes, not at Rutgers, right? It's hard, and you just work and work and work. But this is definitely a step, and now we get a little bit of a break. And then we got the last third of the season, which is quite challenging. So we'll enjoy this one a little bit tonight, and then move on to the bye week.
Greg, 2 straight weeks with huge special teams plays. I guess, what have you seen from this unit, and how important were those plays given in a game like this?
Yeah, I think they're real important. I think, special teams, I've said it many times, special teams and the weight room are the 2 cultural incubators. And why do I say that? Because other than the specialists, nobody comes to Rutgers to be on special teams. They come to be a wide receiver, they come to be a defensive back, a defensive lineman, whatever it is. So that is a sacrifice, right? But at Rutgers, that becomes, I think, an honor to play on our special teams. To be on the punt team is an honor. And that in the weight room, right? Not a lot of guys, and very few guys love to go in there and just train and put themselves through the pain of development. But so, like, for me, when I look at our program, how we develop and who are the guys that we can count on, those are 2 big areas that I look very closely at. So I'm pleased that we were able to do it this week. Essentially 2 turnovers on teams, and that played a big part in the game.
Can you just talk about what allowed you guys to run the ball so effectively today with the quarterback and the running back?
I just think it starts up front. The guys have gotten better every single week. Are we where we want to be? No. But we're just getting better every week, and that's our goal. As long as we can keep the arrow going that way. And then I think Kyle Manungai is a tough guy. I mean, I even from my vantage point, sometimes I'm like, okay, what is it, 2nd and 7? No, it's 2nd and 4. He just hits it in there and comes downhill, and and then Gavin, obviously, I just didn't know how long he could go. Right? I mean, that was quite a run. I was so far behind the play that I didn't even realize how close he was to the goal line. When they said he's in on the headset, I said, "Oh my goodness, that was a heck of a play," and really a great read by him. I mean, everything was done just right by him for that play to work, and it's not an easy one to read. I can tell you. He did it all very well. So that was, look, we needed it, right? I mean, I told everybody all week long, this is a really good football team. I think I'm correct in this, right? Before today, they were 2-4, and the 4 teams they lost to have a total of 4 losses themselves, right? It's Michigan, it's Ohio State, Maryland, and Louisville, right? Combined 4 losses, and this is a good team. So tough one to go on the road and win. Really, really blessed to be able to do it and excited.
Does this feel like the formula from the first time around, where you can run the ball as well as you did, special teams, plays, excellent on defense? I mean, is this kind of it?
I think for us it is, Steve. But you got to remember, too, like once we got it rolling, we had 2 1,000-yard receivers, a 3,000-yard quarterback, and a 2,000-yard running back, right? So you just gotta build it step by step. There's no quick fixes, and we're getting there. We just enjoy this one a little bit, and then we'll go right back at it tomorrow.
What were you guys able to do on defense in the second half? Because it seemed like things just kind of went to another level there, and you ended up.
I think Joe Harasimiak and the defensive staff did a great job of adjusting. You know, it felt like a little bit like we were chasing the game in the first half, and I really think he simplified, and he just kept preaching fundamentals, and we didn't try to call him into it. We just kind of let him go do it, and the players did it. And again, they do a good job. You know, their line coach is a friend and coach for me at Tampa. And I mean, I knew it was going to be a battle. I knew what they were going to do up front, and that number 12 he's dangerous, right? I mean, every time you touch the ball, hold your breath. So I knew it was going to be and Coach Carey is a seasoned offensive coach, right? He's done it all over the place. So we knew exactly what this was. Now, I'm not sure anybody else believed me, other than our team. I think our team did believe me. And what was it at halftime? 17-14? Yeah. I mean, if they didn't, they did then. So tribute to them. They came out and won the game in the second half, and I'm very proud of them.
Can you just diagnose the punt block a little bit? I know that's been a specialty of your tenure. What went right on that play?
Well, first off, we have guys that work on the special teams, you know, that do a great job. Eddie Allen, Bob Frazier, they do an incredible job researching and finding stuff, and then our players do an incredible job. I think our players buy into it, right? Because the details that are needed. I mean, this is Big Ten football. People don't get punts blocked unless you are really detailed. And early in the year, I felt like we had missed a few because we weren't detailed enough. And I've been a little bit of cranky coach when it comes to that, because I believe that we have the ability to do it. We work on it a lot, so it needs to pay dividends. Otherwise, you're wasting time. And so it was really good. Yeah, really, really a perfect execution, little cat and mouse game. And Timmy continues to do a great job of running that team for us. He makes all the checks, so I was proud of him.
Greg, we haven't seen you since the Michigan investigation news broke. Any reaction to that at all? You're one of the 6 teams that.
No, I think everything got blown out of proportion. That comment at halftime was strictly about my frustration with some things that had gone on in the first half, you know, with officiating, and that had nothing to do. I don't know how. I said to him, how do I get dragged into this, you know? But no, let's focus on today's win.
Playing 8 straight weeks, it seemed like you guys, not seemed like you guys did get banged up a bit in this game. I mean, how much do you feel like you need this week off just to kind of recover and get ready for the?
Well, we need it desperately, and I hope, you know, I think we got to wait and see, but I think there could be some things that aren't just a week, and that's the danger, right? When you get tired, things like that happen. You get, you know, the fine line between getting hurt and not getting hurt, you know, it's just an inch here, an inch there in your movements. And when you're fatigued, and again, like I said, we tried. We kind of shaved off a little here, shaved off a little there, but we're not at the stage where we can say, hey, you know what, let's cut this practice in half. We won't execute. So, but I'm really proud of our guys, because look, we don't talk about it, but they know they're tired. I mean, a couple of them, they spend so much time at that Hale Center trying to get treated and use the apparatus to get better. But again, like I said, that's all fight. That's all them chopping away. And that's the culture that we're building here. And they build it, right? We present it. We give them the vision, but the players have to buy in and do it, and they have. So we'll get a break, and then we're on to the final third of the season. Like I said, guys, appreciate you covering us and coming out, and see you in a little bit. Oh, one thing. Tomorrow, we got a big game at our place, right? Our field hockey team, right? I guess we're 4 and Northwestern's 1, but they're coming to our place. So to all our fans, let's show out and show up and root these guys on, because this is high level stuff, and we're doing really well. So appreciate it.